So I haven't done these in a while, but welcome to the series that I call Decks of Christmas Past. This is part 8. This is a deck series where I talk about some of the decks that I've built, what are the motivations for the build, what did the deck actually do, and why did I take it apart. Today I'm going to be talking about Medomai the Ageless. Medomai the Ageless is a 6 CMC Sphinx with flying. It is a 4/4 creature and has 2 abilities. It says whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I can take an extra turn. And then Medomai the Ageless cannot attack during extra turns. Now I want to clarify something from the get-go. It cannot attack during any extra turn. Does not matter whether it was Medomai that gave it the extra turn or another spell that gave it an extra turn. It cannot attack, which is part of the reason why I ended up taking it apart, but I'll get to that later. So the motivation for the deck was that I was experimenting phase of my Magic career. During that time, I was still playing a lot of green, and I was trying to branch out and try to do something different and something that didn't have green. I've always wanted to build in Azorius, but I'm not a big fan of control, and Azorius just kind of screams control. The idea of locking out of my opponents never feels good because I always hate being in the receiving end of that. So this was kind of my way of playing Azorius without feeling dirty about it. Yes, I get it. Taking in a shit ton of turns is also locking out your opponent, but I feel like it's different. It's different, you know? So I built the deck with a large emphasis on Medomai being Voltron-y and very much like on double strike. It was my very first Voltron deck. I wanted Medomai to have double strike so I could just take 2 extra turns every time that I attack, and I wanted to make sure she had haste so she could attack ASAP. If I didn't attack right away, it was very likely that she would die real fast. And that her being 6 CMC made her a little pricey to cast after like 2-3 times of dying. I was running equipments like Fire Shrieker, Swift Boots, and Battle Mastery in the deck so that I can give haste, protection, and double strike. Fire Shrieker, Battle Mastery, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Swiftfoot Boots are. I really enjoyed the deck, but I always felt like the deck didn't do enough. Due to the second ability on Medomai, it's kind of hard to abuse the extra turns. I did have a combo with the deck with Darksteel Mutation and Capsize, where I would Darksteel Mutation on the Medomai, swing with her on her extra turns, so that I can get around that second wording, because Darksteel Mutation removes all abilities, and then Capsize the Darksteel Mutation back to my hand with the buyback, and then combat damage. Honestly, I was only able to pull that off a few times, but a lot of times the extra turns just felt like me kind of getting ahead. Like I would get extra land drops, extra draws, but it never felt like impactful kind of thing. Would I build the deck again today? Yeah, I think I would. I still own my copy of Medomai. It's foil. It's really pretty. I would totally build it. I think there's a lot of cards like Spark Double, Sakashimas. There's other things to make clones that are non-legendary. That make non-legendary clones. So then if I can make an infinite amount of clones with Medomai, I can just go and take an infinite amount of turns. But yeah, I think I would build the deck again. I honestly had fun, and I think I have a better understanding of Azorius in general as well. So yeah. Thank you for joining me for episode 8 of Decks of Christmas Past. Tell me what you think. Yeah, and thank you for sticking around.